Hi, Brady Barrows with the RRDI, and today I'm going to talk about rosacea theories on the cause of rosacea. You know that the RRDI are one of our slogans that we really predominantly feature on our website is that we're looking for the cure, finding the cure for rosacea. But the thing is, nobody knows what causes rosacea. And that could be for many reasons, but what we're going to focus on today is what are some of the theories on the cause of rosacea? There's a number of them, quite a few. And you may not be aware of this, and that's why I'm making this video to help you to get the bigger picture on what causes rosacea. So what we do is on our website, we've made our website in categories, logical categories of if you're trying to search for rosacea subjects. And of course, one of the categories is rosacea theories. And on our website, we list the rosacea theories in alphabetical order. The first one we're going to talk about is angiogenesis and VEGF. What's that? Well, angiogenesis is a normal process, right? That it's a process that involves the growth of new blood vessels from pre-existing vessels, and it's a normal thing. And VEGF, which is vascular endothelial growth factor, is a signal protein that produces cells that stimulates this angiogenesis. Well, this may be involved in rosacea, particularly one doctor, Dr. Creamers, who volunteers on our RRDI MAC. She's involved in this research and is a specialist in this field. So if you want to read more, you go to our website. The next theory is bacteria theory. Now, without a doubt, the bacteria theory is the most researched subject on rosacea. Bacteria has been implicated in rosacea for over 60 years. Antibiotics have been used to treat rosacea, and so the focus on most papers is on bacteria. Particularly, I'll name four: Helicobacter pylori, Chlamydophila pneumonia, Propion bacterium acnes, and Staphylococcus epidermidis. And the list of bacteria being studied for rosacea goes on and on. And why is this? It's because in Western medicine, there's a bias towards investigating and researching bacteria. And they basically ignore all the other microbes in the human microbiome, particularly in the skin microbiome if you're studying rosacea. The focus is on bacteria. The only other microbe that even comes close, and not very close, is Demodex mites. There's a lot of papers on it. So as you know, bacteria is the big one. That's the big theory. All right. The next theory that's involved in rosacea is the genetic theory. There are some research papers that indicate that the RNA and the DNA factors are implicated in rosacea. We all know that rosacea runs in families. The most famous rosacea family is Princess Diana and Prince Charles, and their two boys, Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. They all have rosacea. It tends to run in families, and you all know that. And that theory is another theory. The next theory that has become quite popular is the immune system disorder theory. This theory involves different cytokines. Cytokines are involved, particularly cathelicidin, and there are others like interleukin 17A, and this has become very popular due to the research stimulated by Dr. Gallo and his team at the University of San Diego. And so we have a lot of information about that on our website if you're interested. The next theory we're going to discuss is really it's a fundamental theory. It's the inflammatory theory of rosacea. I'll give you two quotes that help you to understand why this theory is like at the core of rosacea. The quote, "The pathophysiology of rosacea appears to be inflammatory, and most of the interventions modulate the inflammatory process in some way." Here's another quote, "Although the fundamental pathogenesis of rosacea remains unknown, inflammation is a central process in this disorder." So if you want to learn more about the inflammatory theory, we have lots of information on our website. Another theory that involved by a Dr. Michael Detmar, he says, quote, "A new area of research suggests that lymphatic vessels are involved," and that's the lymphatic theory. What's interesting is in Western medicine, the Americans and the British, they focused more on, bacteria, and they didn't really study that much on the lymphatic system. But now there is a renewed interest in studying the lymphatic system and how it relates to rosacea. Another theory is the nervous system theory. The nervous system in rosacea? Well, let me give you a quote. "The nervous system may be involved because exertion, emotions, and weather trigger the disease, in addition to other triggers such as heat, certain types of food, alcoholic beverages, various topical balms and cosmetics, and various drugs. We're clear that blood vessels are dilated, but don't know if that comes first or later." The vascular theory is another theory that was prominent for a long time, and that theory is still sometimes referred to. And then we have various environmental stimuli theories. Now, what are those? Well, it's that, is it genetic or is it the environment? So the environmental theories are particularly, one is photo damage. There's a lot of evidence that shows that rosaceans have had some type of photo damage, particularly the sun has damaged the skin. There's other environmental stimuli like exposure to heat or cold, irritants, either chemical or oral. Stress is a very big trigger for rosacea. Then, of course, we have microorganisms. We already discussed how bacteria is the most prominent, and most of the research is focused on it. But the second one, without a doubt, is Demodex mites. There is a huge number of papers related to Demodex mites and rosacea. There are a few papers that investigate fungus in rosacea. And another microorganism is protozoa. There are some papers that indicate that treating for protozoa helps rosacea. There are not any papers at all on archaea in rosacea. Archaea is also part of the skin microbiome. No research on that. And then virus. There's a few papers that show that antiviral treatments improves rosacea. So there's not enough research or investigation into virus in rosacea, but it could be, So there are other theories. We listed in the category other theories, and there's about a dozen other theories. I'm not even going to go into them. There's just a huge number, a dozen. And then if you're interested, you can go look and see that. And then the other one that is important to understand is systemic comorbidities in rosacea. Systemic comorbidities in rosacea. What this means is rosacea is associated with a number of other diseases, and this list keeps growing. And so this is something that needs to be investigated even more. So we have one paper on our website. It's called Rosacea Theories Revisited. If you're really interested in this subject, I urge you to read that paper because it helps you to see the big picture in the theories on rosacea. There's a lot to know about rosacea, and the RRDI is everything rosacea, including, well, what may be causing rosacea. And so I hope that this has helped you in understanding rosacea theories better and has stimulated you into doing your own research. And that's what our website is all about, and we hope that you enjoyed this presentation. Thanks for listening.